To Global FX Radio YouTube. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. November the 10th, 2008. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to do one yesterday. My bad. Whatever. If you don't get my YouTube, I always do my radio broadcast. I just spaced out. But Global FX Radio, you can always get my audio. Look at the Euro-dollar chart here. It's an hourly chart. Well, you see here that, again, we did not rally up to our channel line. I thought we were probably going to get there. We got as high as 120, 129 last night and change. But didn't get to our 130 level. Stopped at the top of our channel line here. But now, as we see, we've now touched and possibly breaching through major channel line support, which were this to be breached, we can see euro-dollar easily coming down to 126.50. Do I think it's going to happen? It certainly looks that way. I think we're probably going to get a rally first. But I got to tell you, this euro-dollar will probably get a little rally into this mini downtrend channel line. See here. Might get a rally on this euro-dollar. There's a 15-minute chart into possibly 127.60. But I think even then, it looks like a dead short. Hourly chart. Once again, the channel lines that I gave you before, but we see this uptrend channel line today violated and breached and then rolling back over. Now we're coming back a little bit right now, but I got to tell you, it's not looking very good. Looking at this euro-dollar chart again, we could probably rally maybe to 128, but then it would certainly still look like a short. So looking at this chart here on the euro, on the hourly chart, we might have a rally, but I got to tell you, after that I think it's done. And again, we can easily push up higher, no problem. We'll see. Looking at the daily chart of the euro-dollar, this AIG is going to get 100 and some odd billion bailout, but it was only supposed to be 87 billion. I mean, these guys are unbelievable. Bazooka, my you know what? Pulse. All right, let me do. Sorry, I'm gonna run out of time if I keep fussing around like this. All right. Boom. Look at this. Top of the channel. Look at that. Right up to it. This massive wedge forming on the daily. Massive wedge. Again, should this give way, this 126.50 give way, it's going to break through a whole uptrend channel line. It is not going to look very good. So this euro-dollar looking weaker and weaker. Dollar-yen, daily chart. Propeller pattern, I call this. You have the hammer and the shooting star. Dollar-yen, not looking very good here. Looking very weak. And again, should we break through this 97.50 level again, I think it probably push lower once again. So dollar-yen on the daily, not looking very good here in my opinion. I think we go probably lower. Dollar-yen, again, we might rally a little bit, but I think we're setting up for ourselves for more like of a turnaround Tuesday where, we're lower and then we're higher. I would imagine, again, the stock market closed lower today. I would imagine that, the stock market's probably going to open weaker tomorrow. Sterling dollar on the hourly chart, looking much better. Euro sterling, we'll get to that in a second, but dollar cable pushing higher here, trying to rally a little bit into the close. Trying, it actually is, big time. So sterling dollar, really trying to have a nice little move up here into the close. We'll see if it can hang on there. But to me, again, the sterling dollar looks to me, again, when you look at this hourly chart, it just seems to me like this 150, 154.70 level is going to be breached. We might rally up here. We could rally all the way up to 157. We're almost at the 10 EMA, 10 exponential moving average, but we could rally all the way up to here, 157.50, and still be a short. So to me, this certainly looks uh, as far as cable's concerned, looks to me to be more of a sell into the into strength, look for a spot to get short versus get long here. Maybe get long here, but look to reverse, stop and reverse certainly. But sterling, we look at the daily chart, doesn't look very good. Again, big levels, just like on the hourly. Should this 155 give way, this would be a major breach. And I think it's probably going to get there. Breaks there, but again, I can see a turnaround Tuesday where we turn around. Where, cable breaks, they break it down to break it out. And once again, this euro sterling, another wild, wild day in euro sterling. Looks to me, again, probably going to rally up to this 182 level again. I think you can sell those rallies, but just be very careful. One of these days, we're going to really explode through, and there's major resistance again on this euro sterling up at this 82.20 level. BNP Paribas saying it's going higher. Interest rate differential, first time in the euro's favor, so my bias on this definitely changing by the minute. It acts great, euro sterling, it really does. But again, with numbers coming out tonight, we got big numbers coming out tonight. German Zoo, I think that's going to be a terrible number. And London, we got Rick's house price, that's at 7:30. That's coming up soon in Asia. Trade balance, so numbers coming out are not going to be good, I think, for the Eurozone and London tonight. So, again, looking at this euro-yen on a daily basis, I mean, this is a nice failure, nice reversal here. Again, we need bearish engulfing. We need to break through today's lows. Should we take out today's lows, I think that would be a very negative signal. So euro-yen, and on the hourly chart, we're getting a nice little bounce here in the euro-yen. Nice little bounce here. We could bounce all the way up to 125.50 and still be a short on the euro-yen. So again, this whole, when we look at this euro-yen chart, on the hourly especially, my bias has changed to the downside because we broke this entire, this nice uptrend channel we had going. We busted right through it, like butter. Come on, there we go. So the fact we busted through, that's why any rally, and look, we filled in the gap and we went lower. This was last night's gap up. We filled in the gap and we broke through it. That's another negative indicator in my book. So again, looking at this hourly chart, got a little time too, it's nice. You see here also this nice head and shoulders pattern in the euro yen. And again, we might make a rundown for this 123 level. Why not? So again, we're in this range, right? And we're coming back down to here, and the stock market keeps inching lower. Remember, when the stock market was down at its lows, this was 115. And the stock market is only 1,000 points away now. So, but again, I think news rallies to sell now. Again, unless we take out to the upside, really 126.50, my bias is to be short. 126.50 holds, and we flag the upside. Hey, we're taking another 50% retracement. Then it looks good. Sterling yen, another one having a nice little rally right now. 154 would be a nice spot to get short. And again, this whole uptrend channel line has been broken. And again, we're in a downtrend channel. It didn't rally up to our spot where we have resistance, but boy, oh boy. I think it was overdone. I'm surprised that we broke through this whole little uptrend channel. I'm surprised we broke through the gap. And now the gap, 154, is massive resistance. And there you have it. Now again, on the dollar index also, I want to show you this. We have a nice, look at this, big resistance on this dollar index, right where we are now. So should the dollar index give way to the upside, we could see a euro really come in sharply. We could see a real momentum through these big levels that I just showed you. So this is a big spot in the dollar index. Be careful. Get your hard hats on. Make some money. Info at globalfxradio.com with any questions. Andrew Spanton, Global FX Radio, the only voice You'll never need Forex. That makes you money.